James, let's start by getting to know you a little bit. So tell us about your
Yes,
name, what area or
yes,
market do you work in, and how long have you been in the real estate?
yes. James Hemphill. I work in the Seattle, Washington market, more specifically in Everett, Washington, which is about 25 miles north of Seattle. I've been in the business for 8 years. I'm currently with eXp Realty. And in that role, I mostly work with sellers doing listings. And I'm also a certified mentor where I help and assist and coach new agents as they're getting licensed and keep their contracts in compliance and making sure that they're doing all the necessary and correct things when it comes to doing real estate. So, yeah, that's basically the large overview of who I am, where I'm at, and the what as to what I do and how as far as how I transact real estate.
Awesome. So how did you know about Power Unit?
I found out about Power Unit after a interaction with Chasten at a live event. It was a EXP event in Dallas, Texas. It was Build 2022, and that was in the summertime months of that event. It was hosted in like June or July, and he was highlighted as one of the speakers who was talking about leveraging the power of social media, and that has been one of my goals to grow my social media presence, followers, content creation, just understanding the power of content creation and how to get attention of the people that I want to communicate with. And we had an introduction there. I saw him on stage, and I didn't get actually a chance to speak with him personally. But it's just so funny how it worked out that a couple of months later, once I went back home to Washington, I started to see his content on Instagram. And as I kept seeing and kept seeing and kept seeing more consistent content that was speaking directly to me, I commented on one of his posts, and then I learned about Power Unit that way. And so I immediately took action to get that first exploration kind of meeting and greeting, and then I learned more about the program and what it offers, and I gave it some serious consideration. So that's how I got to meet Jason and know about
In-
Power Unit.
Interesting. So, James, what Power Unit coaching platform are you currently invested in?
I'm currently invested in the Level Up program within
Oh,
Power
nice.
Unit.
Level up. Great. And
Hmm.
were you hesitant in investing into personal coaching? And what changed your perspective with the Power Unit?
Yeah, so I was hesitant on it, and
Hmm.
for a couple of reasons. Number one is that I had been through coaching before in the past, and I've always been benefited by it, but at the same time, there had always been just a high cost associated with it without very much personal touch, very much uh, a way of speaking to exactly what I needed. It was always just a program, and the actual presenter or the one that was doing the coaching wasn't actually in real estate sales. And so as I explored more about Power Unit, it helped me to kind of get off the fence because yeah, I was hesitant because I was like, you want to make sure you're buying or investing in something that's going to get you a return on your investment. So that was the basis of my hesitancy.
Agree. So, were there other cheaper coaching platforms or other options you were considering at that time?
Yes, there was. More importantly, focusing in on exactly what the brokerage had to offer and some of the relationships within a group that I was a part of, that I still am a part of within the organization. But I found that those are good trainings, but it just wasn't enough. So as I was looking at relaunching my business, as I was looking at relaunching my business, I was thinking about I want to get more bang for my buck because I hit a plateau and I needed something extra to give me that extra boost.
Good, good. Well, have you been, you've mentioned that you have other trainings on your brokerage. Have you been a member of other coaching platforms? And if so, how are
Hmm.
you, did they compare to Power Unit? What
Yeah,
specifically
so
stand out with us?
Yeah, no, so yeah, I have been involved in other training programs and more specifically been involved with the Tom Ferry organization. A past brokerage, I was able to get exposed to the Brian Buffini by referral only system.
Mhm.
And within probably the one that made the most impact on me was the Tom Ferry organization at a Sales Edge event. And that was being facilitated by Coach Bill Pipes. And so those gave me a really good foundation in my business. But those are really at my first and second year in the business. And some of those skills stayed with me as I continued to grow my business. But then again, over the course of time between years 3 and 6, I was kind of falling into a little bit of a lull and just kind of hit that plateau, and that's when Power Unit came about, and that's what made Power Unit stand out to me because you get to actually work with Chasten, you get to actually work with someone who's actively in real estate sales, and that made it more relevant. And the techniques and the strategies and the tips are very, very pertinent to today's real estate market. So that's what makes Power Unit stand out.
Thank you. And what immediate changes have you seen since you have joined Power Unit? Like
Mhm.
with daily role play, did you book more appointments and with
Yeah. So
other engagements as well? It could, yeah, did that
mhm.
motivate you? See others strive?
Yeah, so what immediately stands out and what helped me immediately in my business after joining Power Unit has been the accountability. And so being going back to those grassroots steps of really focusing in on my agent success journal, where I'm tracking all my activities every day, measuring and tracking how many phone calls, how many appointments, how many actual conversations I'm having, how many leads I'm generating every day, every week, so I can get an idea as to what days and times of the week are producing more results. And the role play sessions have been phenomenal with getting more leads, getting more activity, more appointments. And also, it's been a growth opportunity for me as a leader because, Jason's not one that holds back the opportunity for others within the group to step up and be a partner with him in leadership. So I've been really enjoying that aspect of it all. So it's enhanced my business and my overall personal perspective on real estate and mentoring and coaching phenomenally. Just been hands down the best experience I've had so far in my real estate career.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. Well, tell us about your most recent deal that you've done, James.
Yeah, so the most recent deal I've done was actually a referral, and it was based upon some of the same techniques and strategies that Chasen's has encouraged me to explore. So I leveraged the power of the organization. eXp Realty has a very, very big platform of mentoring. I'm sorry, not so much mentoring, but working within the agents to grow their skills when it comes to dealing with military honors or relocation clients. This actual last deal was with a military. Veteran who was relocating from San Diego to Washington. And so leveraging the power of the skills and the tools and the techniques that I've built through Power Unit, plus working within the organization here at eXp Realty, put me in place with that person. It was a great fit. I was able to have that conversation with the client, made sure all that went seamlessly, negotiated the right compensation for myself, for my services that I'm rendering to the client, and the deal closed seamlessly. So that's my most recent deal.
Congratulations. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I would level up, James. What has been the biggest impact to your business, daily, weekly, and monthly basis?
Well, the biggest impact to my business has been the fact that I've been able to show value to the people that I've been working with. So those past clients, the sphere of influence, the people that already know and like and trust me. And I've been able to add more value through letters of the hearts and monthly gifting and bringing that awareness back up that I'm still in the business. I still value their relationships of working with me in the past. And it's translated into me receiving 5 referrals from my database already this year because of that type of application of that strategy. So it's been phenomenal with the Level Up program.
Wow. So, I mean, how many leads were you average do you bring in?
So it fluctuates. I average between 5 to 10 leads per week, and that's all based upon being disciplined, having that accountability of tracking my numbers through my Agent Success Journal, my ASJ for short, and working in a very disciplined and structured manner. Segmenting out those theme days that Jason has shared with me has really helped me to become more productive in generating new leads.
So how do you personally generate leads aside from you've mentioned that sphere of influence?
Yeah, so besides the sphere of influence, it's been really about social media, leveraging the power of Google and YouTube and creating content that's really based upon my avatar. And I give Jason a huge amount of credit because he's coached me on how to create content that speaks directly to my avatar. And he helped me to define the fact that my target person is someone who owns a home looking to sell and maybe looking to find that move up home or find that vacation home or somebody that may be relocating. But primarily, it's not all about just throwing everything out at every opportunity, commercial, releasing, first time home buyers. No, we got really specific that sellers and taking more listings was the path for me. And that's what we've been executing at a very, very high rate.
Awesome. So what power unit strategy are you using the most currently?
So currently, the strategy that I'm using right now through Power Unit has been the letters of the heart and monthly gifting. I've been executing that plan consistently now for 6 months, actually seven now that June is here. So I've been executing that letter of the heart and monthly gifting for 7 months consistently, and it's yielding me tremendous results. People are contacting me saying, thanks for that, thanks for this, actually inviting me over for dinners, sending me names of people that may be thinking about selling or moving. And so it's been a really great experience. And that's probably the tool that I'll continue to use in my business as I continue to add more. But there's way more than just one thing that I've been implementing. But the one thing that you asked about the most, that will be the one. It's sort of, again, I know letter of the heart and monthly gifting can be two things, but they're actually really one based upon tapping into the people that already know you and they've already learned to that, your brand and you built that trust and that rapport with them.
Wow, that's awesome. I will definitely tell the other agency that as well. So, yeah, James, last question. If we have
Mhm.
someone who's considering joining Power Unit, what would be your message to them?
My message to them would be don't think, just do. And I love that mantra that Jason has of do the most. And I really have adopted that myself. If I'd have only done this, made this decision to join Power Unit and Chasen sooner, I can only imagine the type of results I'd have now. So if you're thinking about looking at joining forces with Power Unit, get the coaching, get the strategies, get the techniques. Don't hesitate. Don't think, just do. It's going to be well worth your investment. And I love it here. And I'm telling you right now, it's the best coaching program that's on the market.
I'm proud of you. Just do it.
Just do it.
Perfect. Yeah, just do it. Thank you so much, James. Yeah. Well,
My
perfect.
pleasure. I'm so glad.
I'm not
It's
gonna
an
be
honor to have a
taking
chance to, yes.